are alive. Push at your age.
Alright, let me go back into the game. So, the... Oh yeah, I was... okay. I just remember what we were doing. Excuse me. Fuck a mess. Give me 1 second. I'm bored. Alright. Perfect. This is getting to it. I don't want to wait too much. A storm messenger will be sent as soon as your fellow Scions finish their investigation. Do not imagine it will be much longer. I don't know what it was like doing that shit, dude. Here, do that, do this. I'm back. Your timing is impeccable, my fluttery friend. Might you be so kind as to escort this good woman to her fellow Scions? It will be this one's pleasure. Walking one, please come with us. With this way. Where am I going? Where are you taking me? Like make my cat like okay, not do that. I can do that. No, don't do that. Dialogue settings. Log text color enable processing of log window. I'm just gonna do that. In my life. I'm better off just calling myself that. I haven't. I don't know why I'm not used to it. Twice one is adventure deeper than the Silverlands. These ones must proceed carefully. Keep an eye out for touch points. Okay, I'm just hard layout. I don't understand why it's so freakishly big, dude. Like, oh, that's why it's that way. It's so much higher. Like, is that why? Okay. Makes a little bit more sense, I guess. Hard layout. See, now it doesn't. That's a reasonable. Oh my god. What was I thinking in the past? Was I like fucking blind or some shit? Like, yes. Yeah, I'm gonna put. You can stay like around here. But I just have to move like closer to. They're like at 100. Like you're decent. You're decent. Pretty right down there. But I'll make you slight bit. Yeah, that works. I think sorry, but this one can't go no further. Draw too close to the Lord. Remove, and this one may turn mean and nasty like touch ones. And so this one must say farewell for now. Welcome will find wise ones not far from here to the south. Go on and safely walk. Walking. I mean, this can be a little bit big. In-game got. You can stay at that size. Guys, my moderator is not gonna be here. You guys can say whatever the fuck you want. I almost choked in the water. Oh, fuck. Save. Duty list. This is definitely something I need to be able to fucking read. Save. I mean, this is how it usually is, but I like. I'll just. Yeah, let's put that. Oh, what's the action? I mean, I haven't. I don't know. I don't remember what a duty is. If I am being really completely oh my god, it's everybody! Hey guys! So it's actually you, I am really. For a moment I thought you were dealing with another one of those confounded soulless tricksters. I started with them wreaking havoc with their skin-changing magic. It's a wonder I was able to finish taking my instruments. Yes, it was quite the ordeal. You should have seen the look on Pistola's face when the one impersonating you suddenly showed up. What? That's quite enough, Papalino. My apologies, it's not like me to ramble so. At any rate, as I was saying, I have finished measuring etheric activity in the area, and I am pleased to say I have reached an indisputable conclusion, to wit, that Remu was called for the forth in the vicinity of the Silk's Aetherite. W for Lord of Levin awaits. Aye aye. Hey guys! How we doing, guys?
Nora betrays thee, servant of hiding.
Oh?
Thou art the bringer of light, bane of Ifrit, Titan, Garuda, and Leviathan. I am Ramu, guardian of the children of the forest. Thou tramplest upon sacred soil, bringer of light. By what right doth man intrude in this sanctuary of the sylphs?
I'm just here just to make sure everything's cool.
Gridanians proffer peace? Their words are born of delusion, thine offer an insult.
How come, bruh? What did I do?
Thou speakest of harmony, yet carest not for my children's desires. They did but wish to dwell beneath these boughs in solitude. Yet even that was too much to ask of man. Thus did they turn to me for succor. The sentence I pronounce upon thy kind is just. Gridanian or Garlean, it matters not. The good intent of one excuseth not the misdeeds of the other. Thy conflicts have brought naught but anguish and misery unto the forest. All blame doth lie with the darkness that resideth in the breast of man.
Ow. Big words.
Whence sprung this calamitous seed? In the beginning no such duality existed. Were light and dark given form when man was born? It would explain much. Not least why strife and sorrow follow ever in thy wake. Thou canst not deny the urgings of thine own nature. Knowing that thy mere presence here portendeth tragedy, wilt thou persist in this pretense of peacemaking?
Yeah. 100%.
Thou bearest the crystal which I bestowed upon my wayward charges. That they should entrust so precious a gift to thee. Thou standest apart from thy kin. Thou art the bringer of light, aye. But there is something more in thee.
Thank you. It's my charming charisma.
Very well. I shall consider thy proposal, shouldst thou survive my trial. If thou wouldst champion the cause of harmony, I must have proof that thou art fit to play the role. Wither mine ire, and prove to me thereby that thou hast strength enough to stay the darkness which threateneth to consume thee. Yet if thou shouldst be found wanting, know that all men shall perish in the storm of my judgment. Come to me, bringer of light. I shall await thee on the field of battle.
Fuck yeah!
Urianger, it is rare indeed to find you so far from a tome.
The Lord of Levin himself. Never till this day had I looked upon his visage, save in painted renderings made faint by time. Ever shall this scene remain etched in my mind's eye. Beg pardon, my lady. I must beg thine aid on a point of research. If thou art resolved to face Lord Ramu, I would ask thy leave to observe the event.
The striking tree hard now accessible. Oh, this is a bull party. What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh.
I have taken thy measure, bringer of light. And I judge thee a worthy champion. The task of excising the sin that hath taken root in man's heart is thine. Shrink not from employing thy strength in service to the forest and the wider realm beyond. Like hungering shadows do the enemies of harmony gather, and meekness will but feed them. If man is to be delivered from the dark, it shall be by thy guiding light alone. Stray not from the path, for if thou dost, thy people shall be truly lost.
Thou hast slain the Lord of Levin. A regrettable act, but a necessary one.
Yeah, it happens.
In witnessing thy struggle, a truth hath been revealed unto me. If I mistake not, it may yet prove a chink in the eternal armor of the Assyrians. But let us conclude our present business. I shall expound upon my findings at the Rising Stones anon.
Interesting. Heather! That bar was good. That bar was good. I didn't have a lot of issues with that. If I have returned, I ask my representative to receive your visit. I challenge you to a test of arms. It is well then that you have some experience in such matter. The peoples of both Gridania and Wilsalis will be relieved to hear that the Order of Levin has accepted you as a force champion of peace. You have performed a monumental duty to stay with the fight. The elder seats here must be informed of your duty at once. Serpent Lieutenant is ready to send you on your way. The elder seats here will wish to hear of your experience firsthand. May return to Gridania and make their reservation for the Lotus Stand. The pleasure at Noctis altar will be expecting you. Very few well and be admired. But little gods hurt me. back, honored Scion. We who knew of your mission have been most anxious to see you return. The Elder Seats here awaits you within. Oh, second, that's one real quick.
You are returned to us, dear friend, and none the worse for bearing the heavy burden which I did press upon you. Most glad am I of this. I am informed that your efforts to negotiate a peace with Lord Ramu ended in conflict. Pray tell me, what befell?
It tested my wits and strength.
Ramu made trial of you?
Yes, ma'am.
I fear there is truth to his claim. It is the darkness within us that attracts the darkness without. It cannot be denied that misfortune follows man. For evidence, one need only look to the conflict brewing in Cartanel, or to the rising flood of refugees. Our shared struggle against the Empire should have served to seal our union. Yet the ties which bind the alliance strain under the weight of gross self-interest. As the scars of the calamity begin to fade, so too does our sense of common purpose. Yet now is scarce the time to forget our shared responsibility. If this new-sprung realm is to survive beyond its infancy, it must needs be nurtured by all. Eorzea must be as one, yet I fear that dream is still far off. On behalf of the people of Gridania and the elementals both, I thank you for all that you and your fellow scions have done. Full oft have I been compelled to look to you for aid of late, and offered all too little in return. As leader of this nation, I shall endeavor to prove a more worthy ally to your cause henceforth. Lord Ramu has departed, yet the keening of this ill wind grows no less insistent. Voices of the forest, pray speak and I shall listen. What unseen evil begets this unease in my heart?
Oh shit, I don't know what's up. Thus ends another daunting mission, right? I'd hope Lord Ramu to be persuaded with words alone, but nonetheless I can only admire your adroitness with which you responded to this primal sudden challenge. And it seems that Urianger too was pleased with the outcome. What say you, Leofar? Shall we gather back at the Rising Stones and ponder this lesson of the day?
I'm so glad it's not in the Waking Sands anymore.
Oh my god! I mean, they gave me tickets for the Wicked Sands. I realized they gave me tickets to like TP there. Literally like 3 missions before we moved from the Wicked Sands. And I'm like, what? I've had this the whole time, and I'm gonna have to like walk over there. It sucked. It really did suck. It sucked booty cheeks actually, like big fat booty cheeks. Yeah. Not even the good kind. What am I saying? What am I even saying? Welcome back, Leofar. Word of your momentous encounter with Lord Ramu precedes you. I would fain share news of mine, but Urianger discoveries must take precedence. Upon the witnessing your defeat of the Lord of Levin, are learned a companions was struck with a profound insight regarding the nature of the Asian's mortality. Let us assemble and discuss his observations together. Cutscene! What's up, guys?
If everyone is ready, let us begin. Urianger, the floor is yours.
As all here assembled now know, in its final hours as our Order's headquarters, the waking sands did play host to a most unexpected visitor. I speak of the Asian clad in white, Elidibus. Unwelcome though his presence was, his words that day did serve to confirm a truth long suspected, that the Asians are eternal beings, to whom physical destruction is as a temporary inconvenience.
In the intervening time, Urianger and I have striven to discover a means by which the Asians might more permanently be slain.
And 'tis my belief that we have found the thread that will allow us to unravel the twisted skein of their existence. In the moments prior to Leviathan's most recent manifestation, the Sahagin elder who summoned him was observed to undergo some manner of ascension. The etheric readings taken by Y'shtola at the time of this transfiguration have proven most enlightening.
The disruption to the flow of ether was sudden and dramatic. So tangible was the agitation, I scarce had need of my goggles.
The significance of Y'shtola's readings might better be understood in the context of mine own, taken at the instant of the Lord of Levin's demise. Unlike the primal, the Sahagin was not subject to etheric dissipation.
Before discussing our new discoveries, it may benefit us all to recall what we know of etheric behavior.
Okay.
Let us begin at what some might call the end. When we who dwell in the material realm die, our spirits dissolve into the flow of ether and are returned to the ethereal realm.
Okay.
In turn, the restless energy which suffuses that plane streams back into our world, giving rise to new life.
"'Tis as the heavens did decree, the way of all mortal souls. Twixt this world and the next do the ethereal currents swirl, bearing the very essence of life. Thus doth the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth continue unabated."
Primals behave somewhat differently. In order to manifest and then maintain a physical presence in this realm, they must consume vast quantities of ether, most often in the form of crystals. Though they may seem to live, their flesh is but ether given shape. Thus, a defeated primal leaves behind no broken corpse. Rather, the essence of its form seeps back into the land whence it came, and the energy of its shattered spirit is called back to the ethereal realm.
And there it waiteth, till next the prayers of the faithful do draw it forth from the sea of ether, to take their offering of crystals and make for itself a new body.
Which brings us on to the third group, the so-called immortals. They exist in a manner all their own.
Quite. Even as the Sahagin elder fell to the Admiral's musket shot, I witnessed the release of an ethereal cloud, which immediately took possession of a nearby minion.
A soul that dissipateth not upon the death of the flesh.
The secret of life everlasting, and in the claws of a Sahagin no less. But I wonder, what would happen to one of these obstinate spirits should there be no suitable host for it to claim?
If mortal death entails a return to the ethereal realm, it seems doubtful that the soul of an immortal would venture there.
Okay.
Nay, it merely withdraweth the distance, unto the shore of the ethereal sea, perchance, but no further.
Yes, it exists in neither this realm nor the next, abiding instead in the space that lies between them. The Ascians took control of Thancred by means of a crystal of darkness, an artifact which, if our theories are correct, serves as a gateway to the place I have just described.
I was hoping people had forgotten about that.
I am sorry, my friend.
For a mercy, the weary road of our research hath brought us unto an answer.
The Sahagin ascended to an immortal state, but he did not possess a crystal of darkness through which to flee this realm. Thus was he consumed by Leviathan.
Okay.
If we could entrap the spirits of defeated Ascians in like manner, and thereby deny them resurrection...
Therein lieth the path to victory. Thou art most perceptive, my lady. Only when we have trapped the bodiless soul within an ethereal prison can we hope to defeat its unnatural constancy. Thus might even an eternal paragon be consigned to oblivion.
These feats are, of course, far easier said than done. At present, we lack a viable means to entrap and extinguish an Ascian soul. Yet, I believe it to be possible. The pieces of the puzzle lie before us. We have but to put them together.
I will depart at once to convene with the sages of Sharlayan. Together shall we divine the steps by which our goals may be achieved.
I have the utmost faith in you, Archon.
Beg pardon, antecedent, but I would raise one final matter. Even now, a Sharlayan survey party seeketh to ascertain the fate of the students of Baldessian. Their findings shall soon be known to us. Though you harbor feelings of dread, I bid you surrender not to sorrow, but abide instead in hopeful prayer.
I shall, Archon. Thank you.
What the? Oh shit, hold on. What the fuck? This is New Organization 13. Lord of Lebanon is returned to the ether, as was Leviathan before him. Ramu's acquiescence was most intriguing. Inferno, Vortex, Crag, World, and Levin all have now been humbled by the bringer of light. The limitless potential of man, Heidelin's servant, grows mightier by the day. Yet she prospers at great cost to her mistress, whose strength is all too finite. 7 times have the masses survived her rejoining, but their souls are grown weak and wane. Yet even as it enervates the ardor and powers our master, all that remains is to nurture the strength of the gifted to forge the final key. And that is a task to which we bend our very effort. Divine seeds wherever want to quicken and nourish this fertile soil, we need only lead men to the field, and by their eager hands shall a new deity arise. which was shattered shall be made anew, and the one true God shall come again. I can't fucking read to save my life. God fucking damn it. What the fuck is that? What is that? The reading of yours and Mephidas corresponds to this she wishes to share with you. Savage Might materia, Battle Dance materia, Quick Arm material, Skull Speed, Tenacity, Determination. Might just get this speed. I don't know how to use materia, to be honest. I never really got past that. Now the matter of Ramu has, for the present, been put to rest, there's something I would show you, Leofar. It is a letter of thanks signed by the leaders of the Eurasian Alliance, acknowledging the Scion's tireless service to the realm. It mentions in particular the names of all of the defeated primals: Ifrit, Titan, Garuda, Good King Mogulmog the 12th, Leviathan, and now Ramu. Needless to say, there is only one among our number to have faced them all. And though these words of gratitude were addressed to our order as a whole, I feel that they were meant to you above all others. I too must offer my heartfelt thanks for all that you have done in this course of your duties. You have never once failed to answer my call to arms. You are a true hero, Leofar, and Eorzea is that much the safer for your presence. Hey man, thanks. Ray, do not misunderstand me. I said safer, not safe. I know only too well that I know only too well that we can ill afford to lower our guard. The Ossians may be relied upon to sow chaos in this realm until such time as they are forced to stop. Why, even without their encouragement, you may be assured that man would foment strife on his own, and that is to say nothing of the peace tribes. Unless we learn to live in harmony, the primal stew will return to plague us again and again. And again! Again! And yet, despite all of this, your deeds serve to inspire the people, to give them hope for a better tomorrow, and there is no greater gift. That we have the courage to strive for what might otherwise seem an impossible peace, we owe in no small part to the dangers you have faced on our behalf, and the people who have won over to. Our list of enemies have ever been long, but think of the allies whom we are now blessed. Of the sylphs of Little Solace, who wish not of conflict. Of the Alamegans and the Domans who stand with us, determined to halt the dread march of the Empire. And then there are the many unsung individuals who have gathered here in reverent stole, honest men and women who seek to employ their skills for the good of all. Of course, when speaking of our greatest allies, we must not forget those closest to us, by which I mean our fellow Scions. Thanks to their many and varied talents, our order is uniquely equipped to combat the far-reaching corruption of the Asians, and combat it we shall. Your enthusiasm is truly heartwarming antecedent. Given our embarrassing wealth of allies, I trust it will not inconvenience you too unduly if I absent myself for a time. Oh, hey man! Alphinaud, I take it the troubles in Ul'dah no longer require your attention. There are yet some rumblings of discontent, but the air of simmering violence is largely dissipated. 'Tis to report such that I stand before you now. That, and to speak with you concerning the new organization we discussed. I have a message for you from the You recall the refugee girl, the one whose parents were missing? They were found unharmed. She wished me to pass on her thanks to you. Why, Alphinaud, am I understanding that you made the effort to remember the poor girl's name? I look forward to reading all about her in your report. I do hope you left nothing out. Leofar, you have been away from Revenant's Toll for some time now, I believe. May I suggest that you put the affairs of the realm to one side for the moment and take this opportunity to reacquaint yourself with the town? which reminds me, one of the domain children recently inquired as to your whereabouts. Yusun was his name. I believe he has some small matter he wishes to share with you. Why not oblige him with a visit? Sure. Here comes 57 new quests for this one child. Can I leave? Can I leave? Get me out. Get me out! Oh wait, hold on. It's right here. Look, it's Miss Leofar. She's back from her adventures. We heard you were off fighting primals, and that there's some of the strongest enemies you could ever face. I wish I could have seen you in battle. Anyways, we all want to be heroes too, so we finally formed our very own Domin's Adventurers Guild to protect all the Domins. Oh, you think you could train us today? Maybe you could show us how you fought the primals. What's all the commotion then? Mr. Boulder and Mr. Coltonet, do you know that Miss Leofar is back? So it would seem. Welcome home, Leofar. My companion and I but recently became full members of the Scions, and I believe proper introductions have yet to be made. I am known as Hoary Boulder, and this bookish fellow is Coltonet. Though we remain largely unproven as adventurers, we have taken it upon ourselves to instruct the Domin younglings in the art of combat. Ugh, I told you, Mr. Boulder, we are not younglings anymore. We are adventurers! And we are just asking Miss Leofar if she could give us some special training. I think we're ready to hunt monsters alongside her, don't you? Well, you've certainly been diligent with your drills, but I'm afraid the fiends of Mordana are still ever so slightly too dangerous for you. But I have a counter proposal. What if I were to cross swords with Leofar, a demonstration of skills at arms, if you will? Or if I didn't know you better, and I do, I'd say you were merely seeking to test yourself against the legend. Well, mayhaps I am, but what matters the motive when the children stand to learn so much from the lesson? Why say you, Leofar, will you consent to spar with me? Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. I'm gonna beat your ass. Alright, we're to have a tournament. Come on, everyone. We must prepare our gear for an outing. Do try not to disappoint them. Have faith, Coltonet. I shall summon every last ounce of my strength to make of this a worthy contest. The fields to the east of town should prove a suitable for our purpose. I very much look forward to our bout. Go beat someone's ass real quick. How far? Redder. Oh wait, I'm still in here, so I'm not exactly in the map. That's why. That's super far. I really like this area. This area looks basically I like the sounds of the world. Oh man, you are ready for this shit. So it's good of you to agree to this, Leofar. I trust you are ready to begin. And it's gonna be leveled down 2 levels, dude. It's gonna be easy. Very well, let us not keep the younglings waiting any longer. Ahem, Hori, are you certain you wish to fight her alone? That is Leofar you face. What better way to test my mettle? Pray allow me to attempt this first round unaided. After all, 'twas this hero's slaying that led me to join the Scions to begin with. Without Leofar to inspire my efforts, I would not be half the warrior I am today. Your point is well made, but remember, this is for the children's sake as well as your own. Should it appear the contest will end too swiftly, I shall add my spells to your blade work. Hello, you haven't begun yet, have you? Oh, everyone's showing up. saga? Who are all these people? When I heard about your sparring match, I told everyone I could find, though you could use a crowd to cheer you on. Yes, and there are still more to come. When I mentioned Leofar's name, the reaction was quite enthusiastic. By my own popularity seems to be a sickle shade in comparison. The best claimed victory, bringer of light, your burgeoning reputation is at stake. Well, our teacher won't be beating so easily. He's a master swordsman. You can win, Mr. Boulder. Nah. We shall see. Nah, he's not gonna win. He's gonna get his ass beat. I said I was gonna edit the music so you can hear it better. Can I do that real quick, actually? I'm gonna no, that's just configuration. Oh, she's done. I didn't know it was gonna fall that quick. I didn't even know this. Wait, the children have the right of it. It's not like Joker's afraid. Bested me. I yield. Gasp. Was it? Yeah, was it? Ladies, there's enough stamina for you all. Hey, shut the fuck up sometimes, Impressive is always the fight, because every pleasure to witness the spectacle of your natural prowess. And judging by the smiles of these many faces, they too appreciate the hard-won strength that keeps the perils of the realm at bay. Guardians of the Eorzea. Yeah, that is the most fitting title. Do you recall when we first met? It was the memorial service of the Battle of Cartanel. At the time, I was yet attempting to understand this land of Eorzea. I sought to grasp the reason my grandfather willingly sacrificed himself to protect it. I I shall speak plainly, my initial impressions were less than favorable. Dire problems abounded, and yet the efforts I saw expended towards the solution was haphazard and half-hearted. I thought the Eorzeans a foolish and childish people. Considering the shambles their home was in, I would not have been surprised if some chosen to swear allegiance to Gaius, and the other he proposed to force. The legatus' single-minded military invasion precluded any such switching of loyalties, of course. Well, if not for a desire to continue grandfather's legacy, I would have abandoned the realm to its fate long ago. The threats were too many, the nations too self-involved and unstable. Twas you who convinced me that salvation of Eorzea was possible. Huh. 'Twas you who taught me through countless acts of bravery that what my grandsire sought to preserve was not the land nor its history nor any single nation. It was the people, these vulnerable, oft infuriating, stubborn people that suffer blow after terrible blow, only to drag themselves back to their feet to face another day. Though he never put such feelings into words, I believe grandfather's admiration for this inextinguishable courage grew into a fervent wish. A wish to aid Eorzea and its inhabitants in charting a course for the future. I wish that has now become my own. I too will endeavor to take up the mantle of guardian of Eorzea and champion these people who toil towards a better world. Our cause, however, is not a simple one. The troubles that plague us are of a scale that cannot be solved by the silence of the seventh dawn alone. No. What is needed to tackle the root of the primal threat and effectively counter the schemes of the Ossians is new, expanded organization that operates beyond the limitations of nations and borders. If you would aid me in building such an organization, then pray let us continue the discussion back within the walls of the Rising Stones.
Oh my god! Oh my god! I'm gonna be part of something bigger! Better! Badder, bro! Oh, but I have to work with Alpha now. Oh, this sucks so bad. This sucks so bad. Hey there, buddy. So I don't have anything. I got the root. I need to satiate my curiosity real quick. Over here, guys. Hold on. Missionary requests. Online wiki. Was the dream of any sequel to Legacy? Guardians of Eorzea. Alright, select a regicide on the properties of piles, gifted, stone, found temptation, the monarch
blah blah blah. Pray to lie, check it out, reap the whirlwind. Over the realm, calls that same, bending dance, stream of mists. Strength and unity, dark world, dark deeds. Before the fall? Control F. Oh. Yeah, I think the final stuff here is so 1, 2, 3, 4 plus 18 is 22 plus 8, that's 30. Fuck. 46. Ah, 46. Ah. Ah, there's so much more to do. Ah, this is gonna suck booty cheeks. Arg. Hey, but I'm almost done with these. With Realm Reborn. I thought I had like 25 more years of Realm Reborn to do. But no, I don't. Thank you for coming, Leah, for the world shifts and altars, and we, my friend, must ever be one step closer.
I came back and forgot to unmute myself. What was I saying? Oh yeah. I'll probably start streaming like every stream is gonna be like through an update from what I'm seeing right over here. So yeah, I'll finish the finish of yours. Reopen last closed tab. Reopen last closed tab. Thank you. Where am I? Rise and Rosia. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna do 4 more. And then next stream on this playthrough Themes of the Ice, which is match 2 and 4. The Aches of the Realm never cease, and Alphanon, sign of the Seventh Dawn, has founded the Crystal Graves. What the? Okay, this is spoilers. Well, I don't want spoilers. I mean, I've already had spoilers like when it comes to songs, which is like I want to get to endings. There's a few songs in there that I really want to listen through to while I play. What I propose is the formation of a new organization, a group that shall pave the way for a truly united Eorzea. Pray forgive me if I tread over old ground, but I would first speak of the grand plan. Since the advent of the 7th astral era, the leader of the three nations have been deliberating over an accord that seeks to bring the desperate forces of Eorzea together into a single entity. A realm-wide grand company, if you will. The military might of such an institution would draw from every corner of the land and direct it against threats that no single nation could hope to overcome alone. Yet while the purpose of this hypothetical organization is undisputed, the logistics of its formation have become the source of endless debates. And the longer these discussions continue, the more sense of the impetus towards unification draining away. Thus have I been campaigning for the creation of what might be considered a trial company. It will be on such a small scale than what we hope to eventually achieve, but capable of the same manner of unrestricted operation according to the science. It is my hope that the successful utilization of such a force will lend momentum to the lacking deliberations. Also, being primarily military outfit, I mean to assuage fears of its misuse by placing the fledgling organization under the authority of the Antecedent. The Silence work tirelessly to protect Eorzea and its people. But as you yourself have witnessed with the refugee revolt, there are limitations to what you and we can achieve. With this new company under Science Command, however, we will be capable of responding to a wider range of difficulties without straining our resources or overtaxing your formidable talents. The goals of my proposed organization and those of the Science are ultimately identical, a point conceded by all concerned. But before I can move forward with establishing this precursor to the true border-spanning grand company, it is yet necessary that I visit the three leaders and gain the official approval. A tiresome and time-consuming task, which is why I would ask that you accompany me on the journey and attend to the business of recruiting our inaugural members while I am otherwise engaged with bureaucratic formalities. Okay. Thank you. It is reassuring indeed to know that the bringer of light and her discerning eye will be selecting our future allies. Our first destination will be Limsa Lamisa. Let us rendezvous at Bulwark Hall. Yes, sir! Whatever you say, sir. Can't believe I'm working. Fine. There you are. I am ready to send the configuration and speak with Admiral Locust. While the Admiral and I are balancing for missionary boundaries concerning parts Got one, guys. Got one guy. I think that's better than most people. I feel like not a lot of people. This would regret, however, that I must decline your invitation as a commander of the Guild that is protection of the someone has never seen. Must please receive my full attention. Mahjong? What? That's okay. Okay. Say Mahjong. That's actually pretty fucking dope. It's not like I'm gonna play it. Oh shit. Oh my god.
order sees your estate to commence momentarily, I would be grateful if you would once more to the task of recruiting here in Gridania. Bye. Oh gods, can it truly be you? What the fifty fortune must be the first face I see upon my release be yours. I am pretty good that you don't remember me. It is I, Laurentius, the man whose crimes you exposed. I was a waylayer and a layer patron at Hospitals. Well, of course you do. I was beginning to wonder if y'all have changed me more than I realized. Now that I have any particular risk to recognize information for combat, and the rest set up my cast the better, I suppose, and what of you adventure, what business brings you to this part of Lasagna? What is it called? Simply full of conflicts. And understands that Woodwellers will have not want to do with me. This is the second chance I was looking for. Lorenz told you safe, I shall leave tonight. We shall not regret this once. You know what? Fuck it. I jumped really. I jumped barely high. Seek stout-hearted souls who fill the ranks of a new order. Well, your cause is undoubtedly just, and my old companion here would much be relieved to see you in good hands. Yes, I'll do it. This is the very thing that spent my entire adventuring career waiting towards. I shall join your company as soon as it's Isildur safely home. I feel like a lot of people here in like Britannia and probably old dogs have a find more people that are willing to go on the like goddamn love and stuff. You should offer this old man a place in your company of champions. I am both puzzled and honored by your invitation. Okay, forgive me, young mistress, but I cannot accept it. I have to survive here for whatever scant grace remains to me, and bear responsibility
that much is certain. An interesting harvest to me. Shall we trek to Old Da whilst the iron is hot? Let us meet the royal promenade and endeavor to conclude our remaining business. Our journey draws to a close. The ether crystal is gonna get me to either. I didn't grow up here, but I know my way around. Oh, Master Alfred, it's you. Although the Golden City were once fortunate to find one's worth, I suggest turning to the lower level there, but get going, get going. I know. Because it's 5 years. Oh, well, I have a coincidence to mention motion of the first of St. Adam Mandama. Thank you again for the kind rescue. And I must also thank you for your father and for paying on by most of fortune. I must upsetting business are you doing with me? Can you thank you? Just you can you see that. Also, sensation sounds powerful for you, but my place is at the church for the children. Nevertheless, I wish you well in this matter. Compositioning a lady. I'm afraid you are wasting your time. This lady is already spoken for. Good day. Yes. Whatever. One more big one. Oh.
don't think this does any much more. Like, I don't know. I think this is just jewelry. But like this stuff. Wait, you're the lady who came to a little Alamigo looking for that masked devil. Who knows what might have happened if you hadn't? I'd probably be dead and a whole lot of my friends besides. We were such fools. And he wrote, the disaster really got me thinking about our homeland and about the outsider who saved us from ourselves. I realized how easily I'd been manipulated and vowed to make of myself a more worldly man. So here I am, in the company of champions, and you say you'll take me into all corners of the realm? That sounds exactly the kind of opportunity I need. And don't worry, I'm not the same stripling you met in Little Alamigo. I prepared myself to fight the evil I now know is out there. I mean, I got like the same kind of the same result as what's this place called? Glimpse of Lamenta. Where's the damn crystal? Over here. Easier to TP to the Chamber of Fool than just. Faye Julia Farah by heading devastated the streets of Old Daw for up to your unrelenting gaze. A single Alamigan brief. Well, you've certainly given us an admirable start, even if our ranks are just somewhat thin. In these troubled years, following the calamity path of Eurasia's salvation must seem akin to grasping at clouds. But there are those who have risen to the challenge nonetheless, and the hope that inspires these people was born in no small part of some of the victories you yourself have won. Thank you, Leopard. I will not squander this precious gift you have placed into my keeping. These recruits will become the foundation of a new beginning. And yes, we are free to begin. As you have no doubt surmised, the Sultana also graced my child company with her blessings. Our first wave of recruitment is over, the document signed, and the finances secure. This does not prevent me from taking this next step. You're concerned by the syndicate's involvement, as was I. Thus was the origin of every point of the contribution carefully scrutinized and recorded. This organization would not be built on corruption. Naturally, I would prefer not to rely upon outside sources at all, but even my family's substantial coffers could not sustain any venture of this magnitude. And as for the rumors and doubts surrounding the enterprise, well, such things shall plague us until the company has had a chance to prove its worth. It will not be an easy process, but we will earn people's trust one success at a time. Okay. Speaking of time, we should waste no more of it. Let us return to the Rusting Stones and lay the first stone for a united Eurasia. Oh, I got TP. So nice of you, game. It is so nice of you to do this for me. How fast are these things? Relatively fast. It's quite speedy.
Tell me, General, what think you of Alfino's bold endeavor?
I think it is more than bold, Your Grace. His organization would pave the way for a united Eorzea. Well do I understand his impatience, since facing the common threat of the Ultima weapon, our nations have seemed farther apart, not closer together. Considering the many problems we face, should we not be glad that someone else is taking the initiative?
We have all pledged our cooperation, yet the grumbling continues behind closed doors. Ul'dah is not alone in her duplicity. I myself have doubts as to the good this organization will achieve.
You're doubting me?
With the inclusion of the finest soldiers of the 3 grand companies, it promises to be a fearsome military body. But whom will it serve? Even under the watchful gaze of the Scions, it is not unthinkable that such a force could perpetrate a great wrong. Does it not concern you that a significant proportion of its financial backing came from the coffers of the Syndicate? That those unprincipled worms might forge this extraordinary gathering of warriors into a private army?
I have trust in the Scions, Your Grace. They have spared us no end of trouble at the hands of the Primals. If they seek reinforcements, I deem it unwise to deny them. As for their finances, full many gave generously. And though our nobles proffered a sizable sum, their coin did not spill from the pockets of Lolorito and his cronies. And what of the presence of our stalwart adventurer friend in this endeavor? I doubt the Warrior of Light would betray our cause.
Yes, there is that, I suppose.
Just suppose? Dude,
Yet I have known people to change. Whether we will or no, the events of the age hurl us this way and that, like a dust devil skipping across the sands. Cannot be done about Telechi?
I have explored all avenues available to us, Your Grace. But as Uldan law now stands, we lack the evidence to convict him of any crime. To arrest him on spurious grounds would only play into his hands.
He has all but committed treason, and yet we can do nothing? Then what good our government? What worth the royal house? How deplorable this mockery of justice!
Have faith, Your Grace. It is not over.
Preach, my boy. Preach. Oh, I thought. Seriously? I thought we were getting. Watching a cutscene for the sake of watching it. Ah, Bradley Minister was arrived. It was barely a trickle compared to the flood of treasure hunters that have passed through here every day. Well, I appreciate your offer of aid. It is more your burden that concerns me. I'm told this route company will answer directly to the antecedent, so I trust that means less work for you in the long run. Slaveborn, shipment, we got it! Oswald, not be found. We will bring each shipment of revenues told, provisions earned marked for the entire frontier. But just as we sought to cross over into Mortana, we were set upon by brigands. I believe they may have been heretics. They were many, too many. We only escaped their lives by bending the supplies. Pray forgive us. There's not to forget provisions can be replaced, but smart soldiers are hard to find. Take your rest and I'll have someone along to tend to those wounds. What to do? If heretics are involved, then it's likely to be more like a case of sympathy where Ishkar will need to be informed. The rest of the supplies are arriving. House 410 will collect the provisions from Camp Dragonhead proper. Understood, I shall see that they are appraised for this development. Therefore, we're not on good terms with the Knights of the House. Oh, therefore, were you not on good terms with the Knights of House 410s? I will be sending them a missive immediately, of course, but I will also have you travel there and offer you considerable talents. Yes, I realize I contradicted my earlier hopes for letting you remote, but I need someone who can help bring this incident to a satisfactory conclusion. Our favorable relations with Ishkar are fortunate for these calf measures. On it. Thank you for your understanding. I am certain Lord Harshfront will be glad of your assistance. Man, it's so good they had crystal right there. Oh, I guess it's fun. My plan to have our solar on. You can care for a clip of rose herb. Something always wanted. No? Ah, I see you have not come to my hall and merely just came to buy gold. I was in fact on the verge of opening it. Missing from what I was told, and I suspect the tenant of your arrival was coincidence. Oh, this is where that's where Dragon Weaver. Okay, this part 9 that is where Gunbreaker. Okay, so this is done advertised.
The incident with the new frontier hands? No.
Oh shit.
Brave men and women all. They do our nation a great service. The existence of a fortified outpost in Mordona will do much to dissuade the Empire from trespassing on Kurthus soil. Right glad am I that you have chosen to lend your support to this endeavor. Never let it be said that House Fortom does not acknowledge the efforts of her allies, or her debts. 'Twas in the spirit of gratitude that I arranged for sundry supplies to be delivered to Revenant's Toll. That the shipment should chance to be waylaid by heretics is poor fortune indeed. Poor fortune, I say, yet not without precedent. If you would know the truth of it, these incorrigible villains grow more organized with each passing day. This new unity of purpose we attribute to their leader, the Lady Iceheart. But though I have devoted significant resources to the task of identifying this woman, we have yet to learn so much as her birth name. What we do know is that the heretics speak of Iceheart in reverent tones, and would gladly embrace death rather than betray her. Such loyalty is rare indeed, and I fear to imagine what so committed a collective might achieve. The brigands have not yet been so brazen as to risk direct confrontation here in Dragonhead. Some few of their number have, however, been sighted not far to the west of here, and with ever-increasing regularity. A visit to Whitebrim Front may bring you the answers you seek. Will you brave the snows, knowing what implacable foes may lie in wait?
Halone's blessings be upon you. Though I take no pride in the admission, many of mine own countrymen are not so well suited as you adventurers to dealing with such foes. Were they dragons, it might be otherwise. But truly, I could not wish for a finer ally. You have done much for my house in the past, and I have no doubt but that I shall have cause to celebrate your deeds again ere long. Should you learn aught of value, pray return to me forthwith. A warm hearth and a warmer welcome shall be waiting for you.
I'll just grab it. Sad truth of the walls. Hear about having deep conflict with number. They strike swiftly without warning and are canny enough to invade our most able territories. But it's not merely their newfound organization that confounds us. Heretics themselves seem somehow changed. I know not what manner of influence this ice heart wields, but the men we face seem utterly lost in the kingdom of righteous fervor. It's an unsettling and unnatural seal. Perhaps you would care to question out the recent victims as fate would have it. A rival came moments after the trader was waylaid on the road. A patrol found an unfortunate fellow lying senseless in the snow and carried him to the infirmary. Assuming he has regained the use of his faculties, the merchant might recall some small detail that could aid you in your task. Where are the stairs? Aha! Tell you what happened, but yes, of course, I quite recovered enough for that. Anything to help catch those cowardly black hearts. I was traveling my usual route to White Brim Farm when suddenly close and ruined. The next thing I know, I was on the ground and several heretics were rifling through my cargo armor. Arms, armor, crystals, they were attacking everything. Just then, one of them noticed my bleary gaze and stalked over to better align my head with his mace. Before darkness claimed me, however, I distinctly heard the words return to Snowcloak. I dare say that it is where they were all in place, but did not catch me rushing off in pursuit. And tell me it was a miracle I survived at all, and I'll not trust my thick skull to save me a second time. Wow, Snowcloak and out.
come seeking heretics. Then we share a common purpose. We were on patrol when we chanced across one of them raiding parties and superseded them here. By rights, we should have had them cornered in this ravine, and yet they are gone, vanished like icy wraiths. Are we gonna like mess with Shiva coming up? I feel like it's just like Shiva. I think I'm wrong. Even a woman atop the cliff, could it be Iceheart herself coming to us near at our colony? And to where did she disappear? The heretics had discovered a passage through the frozen walls, some hidden tunnel they escaped unnoticed. We have not the men to risk further investigation. Could be best were we to return to Whitbread front and lay our suspicions before Lord Farley. Being able to fly anywhere is just so convenient. It really is. Oh, no. Yeah. Yeah, it's so good. Before I please, I owe you my thanks once again. It's really nice to bear no detail to the report. The men you found near Snow Club were some of my finest, that they should be bested so easily. I fear I have woeful underestimated the threat of this heretics post. While I understand you might balk at the notion, I must ask that you put aside your mission and consider the strong conditions lost there to us for now. To be ill-advised and one unprepared into what may well be the very lair of our enemy. Pray return to Dragonhead and inform Lord of Harshfan of your discoveries below, which can introduce of his own. As for Iceheart and her fanatics, the freezing heights of Snowcloak will not shield them from our justice for long. Okey dokes.
Your return is most timely. Of their own accord, my thoughts had turned to your task and the progress thereof.
Damn, my frames are freaking dying.
But you are here now, and I suspect such frivolous wonderings do little justice to the reality of your travails. Tell me, what did you learn of Iceheart?
Absolutely fucking nothing.
Indeed. And this transpired at Snowcloak?
Yep.
Of all the highlands, that towering wall has borne the worst of the region's brutal shift in climate. So inhospitable has Snowcloak become that we have still to survey the area in its entirety. Could its frozen heights conceal the heretics' hideaway? Mayhap a more robust reconnaissance effort is in order. Putting such considerations aside for the moment, we still know far too little of this Iceheart. That she is capable of commanding such a band of fanatics bespeaks natural authority, and no small measure of charisma. As much as I would like to fathom this mystery with you, the situation has grown beyond my personal purview. I am bound by duty to inform the Temple Knights and request that they bring this matter to its conclusion. Given the glowing reports the new commander has garnered thus far, I am certain that they can be relied upon to take appropriate action. Though Iceheart's true identity yet eludes us, you have provided us with a point from which to begin. Sometimes it takes but a single stone to prompt an avalanche. On the matter of the stolen provisions, I have already made arrangements for a second shipment to be sent to Revenant's Toll. I could not well allow such an honorable venture to be undermined by one miserable setback.
Another point to Slackmore and then install. So far, how fair you and yours, and for the wisdom of boldness. How's 4 times is the same as the second shipment. I must send thanks to your hard follow for this awesome. Yet, even as our economy was prospering, I think it will attract other greater numbers for those who will be most farm. Even we or traveler, all of us, open us to increasing the investment competitive against such threats. Doesn't look too bad. Doesn't look too bad. Fell incarnate. Grade 5, dark matter. It's the last one for. Yeah, this is the last thing. This is the last one for this patch. But waiting for this preparation for the inaugural ceremony, all about completing all the processes gets somewhat frustrating. I've taken enough of your time. Why don't you head to the Rising Stones and see your friend for 7 minutes? These fragments need to be sorted, and these documents, why are they even here? Oh, I'm strongly tempted to file a lot in my waste paper basket. Ah, Leofar, Charlie. You wish to lend a hand? Splendid! You could be a deer and hand these uniforms to the recruits. They're scattered about Revenant's Toll, and I haven't the time to track them all down. The recruits now to don their garb immediately and assemble here in the Rising Stones. I want to report directly back to Alphenau if you don't wish to miss the ceremony. I wonder if the Scions will ever have matching uniforms as well. A well-funded organization is a well-dressed organization, who knows? We have 8 recruits. Good lord. Those who believe in the company will see no riches are short-sighted fools. Even themselves is an investment. receive this uniform in your hands, I shall wear it with pride. So all of you could learn much from Revenant's told that this town should be so alive with and there no more odd so although this book, I'm sure I'll go back to the next one. Oh, their last has at last retired from government in his life, though I shall miss his wisdom and irrepressible spirit and excited to forge my own path forward. Ah yes, uniform, thank you. Truth be told, the thought of pledging myself to such a lofty organization is somewhat intimidating. Some few answered to the call to arms I put forth through the established grand companies and such. We're not yet an army, but there is much a small corps of elite warriors can achieve. Did I mention I'd thought of a name for the company? It is my hope that it shall soon be known across the breadth of the earth. The moment of truth draws nearly afar. Once the last of the crews have gathered, I shall make the official announcement.
Comrades, your presence here this day signifies the momentous choice that each of you has made. With your strength now pledged to the scions of the Seventh Dawn, you are beholden to no single nation. You stand as the vanguard for a united Eorzea. From this moment forth, I declare you Crystal Braves. Let us mend this fractured realm and face our enemies as one. Whether it be the Beastmen and their primals, or the conflict in Carteneau, it is plain that the nations of Eorzea cannot solve the problems which plague the realm. Thus does it fall to some few heroic souls to succeed where they have failed. Come! Take your place at the Scion's side as guardians of Eorzea, and together we shall fight for the freedom of all! For the freedom of all!
I honestly thought this speech was gonna be a little bit more like, hoorah, type of thing, you know? I thought it was gonna have a little bit more pep to it. He kinda sucked at it, not gonna lie.
A rousing speech, Alphino. Or should I say, Crystal Brave Commander Leveilleur?
Don't call him that, please. He does not deserve that title.
Please, Antecedent. The title is honorary. I shall not be leading the troops into battle, as it were. We are of the same purpose. Let us join hands and do what must be done to save this land.
The Scions stand ready.
Alright, I think that's everything for... no, that's another quest.
I'm eager to see what the Crystal Braves might accomplish. This shall prove an interesting time indeed for the Scions. Yes, I'm listening. So our worst fears are confirmed. The entire Isle. Such power defies comprehension. Truly? Kryl is alive? Thank the 12. I see. Pray, inform me if her condition changes. Yes, I shall pass on your words to Urianger. My thanks. I shall contact you anon. When I learned of the loss of the Isle of Val, I dared not hope that my friend had survived. Yet, by some miracle, it would seem she has. She's still to regain consciousness, it is true, but better that than death. Putting this happy news to one side, we must now endeavor to make sense of the readings taken by the survey party. It appears the etheric disturbance which accompanied the Isle's destruction is of a magnitude alarmingly close to that of Ultima. Could the Ascians be responsible for this devastation as well? I wonder. Have you heard aught from the Mother Crystal since the battle with the Garleans?
No.
Then she speaks to neither one of us. Heidel's silence portends naught but ill, I fear. Louisoix, I pray you yet watch over us.
Very good. See, the provisions are prepared for transport. Let us hope that the shipment is prepared. The fate of the last. Bird. Bird. The winds are uncommon fierce this day. Old man? I don't know what the fuck. I'd love to take the fit though. I would definitely take the fit. Oh no. What the fuck? Oh my god. Sure. Thanks for this. No, that's not what I want to check. I want to check my glamour. Did I not have like another fit around here? No, this is it. This is it. No, I think I have to do this. I would like to see how it looks on before I even cast a glamour, first and foremost. Try on, yeah. looks sick. It looks sick. It looks good. It looks good. I like it. I honestly like it. It's definitely like a glamour that I would put on. 100%. What is this? Limp bandana, wild rose bandana. Do I have anything else here? Cause yeah, no, cause Cloud's fate doesn't have anything for the head. It does not. Right, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just call it a night here. Because I'm gonna save the following few quests for the next stream. I'll probably do that tomorrow. Most likely, yeah. Let's see. Let's raid somebody. Let me see. You know what? I'll probably skip on raiding somebody tonight. I'll probably do that some other time. Yeah. Alright. Okay, yeah. Hey, drops. Whatever. Anyways, I'm gonna end the stream right here, right now. Thanks for anybody tuning in.